Jimmy gang. Welcome back to another video with your guy, man. Listen, today we doing a little dose of misery reaction. The final hours of OTF Nunu. So listen, man, we about to get right into it. We ain't gonna waste too much time, man. I hope everybody feeling good. Everybody got them a spliff ready to go for this reaction so you can sit back, relax. We're gonna break it down, my boys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, gang. Let's go.
With great sadness, great shock, great disbelief that I have to announce that OTF Nunu has been caught lacking at the mall and is now deceased.
Yeah, that's the old djakademiks. I miss that djakademiks, even though I still rock with acting how he be doing. I remember when he used to drop stories on things like basically how I be doing now. I remember when Act used to do this. I ain't gonna lie, that was fire. That's probably why I be loving to do this shit all the time.
But it was reported that since OTF Nunu was shot and killed on Saturday afternoon at midday at the mall, which was May 31st, after that happened, in the next 4 hours, there was a span of over 10 people shot in Chirac.
Get back, gang! OTF Nunu got hit up, and in a span of, what they said, 4 days?
May 29th, 2014. 21-year-old MacArthur Swindle, known to the music industry and his family by the aliases OTF Nunu and OTF Newski, was about to have his life changed. It was the day his grind and talent as an artist paid off and got him recognition as a rapper with the potential to make it big in the industry. To that end, he signed a record deal, which was about to launch his career into the next phase of success. By all accounts, it was a joyous time that deserved celebration and a new trajectory in the upward direction of life, just as his cousin and rising star at the time, Lil Durk. Lil Durk heard his talent on the mic and instantly...
Yeah, I forgot Newski had like record deals and all that. Like, he was coming up. He was actually about to be lit.
Pushed him to pursue a career, knowing he had what it takes to make it.
How you come about rapping? How long you been rapping?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I just started rapping. You know what I mean? I ain't even taking this shit serious.
Why not?
I was politicking with Durk. He just say, man, just...
With Durk already on the rise as one of Chicago's most promising talents at the time, Newski had the right connection to help him to the top. So it was only right for him to sign that deal to his cousin's label and set a course to chart to stardom. The two not only made music as solo acts, but also, from time to time, collaborated on joint songs together. And the energy and chemistry was clear on tracks like At the Top. You can say it was a dream for many living in gang-infested environments to find a way that would take them from the streets to a place where they could be financially stable and get themselves and their loved ones away from the danger that plagued their life.
Yeah, this was definitely early Durk's story. This is early on in Durk's story right here. I remember this. I was watching the videos around this time, seeing what's going on and all that. Yeah, this is early on.
OTF Nunu was no stranger to how important it was to make it out. He had felt the backlash of losing those dear to him and was armed and ready for any oncoming feud with rivals to his OTF affiliates, which stood for Only the Family. Sadly, OTF Nunu and Lil Durk would never get to celebrate his accomplishments of signing a record deal because the next 2 days would see Nunu take his last breath when a rival gang ambushed him and took his life. It was Saturday, May 31st, 2014, 3:10 p.m.
Man, you don't want to lose your life on no day. But a Saturday is such a beautiful day. Saturday, you probably got high hopes for the day, what we gonna do for the weekend. Like, you be hype on a Saturday. Like, yo, I'm lit, man. I probably just worked all week, been getting it in. I'm gonna relax on the weekend. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, shit, to lose your life on a Saturday, I mean, you don't want to lose your life on no day. You feel me? No day of the week is a good day to die, but you feel me? Like,
Nunu was at a store with Chicago producer Young Chop. Young Chop was giving him praise for his musical release thus far, It seems everyone who came across his music saw his potential and talent and was happy to see him flourishing and paving his way in the industry. Little did Young Chop know, that conversation would be one of the last anyone would have with OTF Nunu.
What's so crazy, bro? I was just with Nunu the same day, like 20 minutes before he got shot. Like, we was at a store, and I was telling him, like, bro, you going crazy, because it's the time he...
What happened to Young Chop? He locked up right now for all that wild shit he was doing. Remember he went to 21 Savage Hood, shooting it up and all that? Y'all remember? When, yeah, Young Chop was out here wilding. I remember that time. He was tweaking. I hope he all right.
Dropped the song with him and Durks. They was going crazy on fucking back and forth.
After leaving the company of Young Chop, it's alleged he was with his cousin, Lil Durk. Other sources allege that he was instead with his girlfriend, and they decided to head to the shopping mall in Chatham, the vicinity of the 700 block of East 87th Street in the South Side. OTF Nunu and those in his company would arrive minutes later, and he would park his white SUV in the parking lot. This was said to be either because he was waiting for the person he came with to return, or he was about to be on his way to go inside. Either way, whichever decision kept him alone in the vehicle for just enough time for his assailants to carry out their mission. Unbeknownst to OTF Nunu, at that time...
Bro, waiting in your whip for over a minute or 2 or 3 in Chicago gotta be like super deadly, because waiting around in your whip in New York City, if you a known face and you know you got ops in this neighborhood, in this area, that could be deadly in New York. So I know Chicago even worse, because they really on site with it. Like, it's super quick. Like, in New York, niggas don't always got the hammer on them because of the gun laws and all that. So you might gotta run and go get it. In Chicago, niggas always on you. You feel me? Shit like that. So, yeah, I already know.
There were people hot on his trail who caught wind of his location and decided it was the perfect opportunity to take another life belonging to their rivals. Approximately 3:20 p.m., as OTF Nunu sat unsuspectingly in the SUV,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If you know who you are and you know what type of time it is in your area, why you not gripped up, ready in your car, gun on your lap? If anybody run up on you, anybody get around, you gotta be watching your surroundings. If you know who you are and what you type of time you on, this Chicago, and then again, maybe he did do all of that, but still it wasn't enough.
Crept up to the side of the vehicle, where at that point, they brandished their firearm and pulled the trigger. OTF Nunu was struck multiple times about his body before his attacker fled. Nunu would try to escape, but was too injured to drive, and the vehicle hit the front of a store in the mall at 87th and Cottage Grove. An autopsy would reveal the severity of OTF Nunu's wounds. He was injured in the head, neck, thigh, arm, and chest. Officers in the Cook County Medical Examiner office stated OTF Nunu passed on the spot, but conflicting news of how that happened would soon begin circulating online by an alleged nurse that was at the scene. According to her, she witnessed OTF Nunu get shot and crash his vehicle into the store. When she described seeing the people who shot him leave the scene, it hints that there may have been more than one shooter, or his assailants were in the getaway car waiting for him to finish the assassination to leave. The woman then stated she went to OTF Nunu, and when she got there, he was still breathing and had a faint, corroded pulse. She would convey the same information to the officers who had given her gloves to check for signs of life.
Damn, was she a nurse?
It was then she got into gear to try to preserve Nunu's life. She claimed that a Caucasian officer...
She had to have been a nurse, right? She doing all this. Imagine you walking up to a nigga that just got shot, you checking his pulse, you doing all this, like... I ain't gonna lie, she had to be a nurse doing all that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not touching a nigga who just got shot. I ain't gonna lie, unless that's a nigga I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not touching no nigga. I mean, y'all tell me, am I wrong for that? Like, I'm not just running up and touching no nigga that just got shot. Shit, now my fingerprints on this nigga, they think I'm a part of the crime. Like, shit, we all niggas out here, you never know what's gonna happen. Turn the script on me, like, I was trying to help. Like, come on.
Gave her the green light to do what she could to try and keep OTF Nunu alive. But as she was about to proceed, she states that an African-American officer contradicted that order and told her not to touch OTF Nunu, as it's an active crime scene. The eyewitness then claimed she again tried to plead with the...
So she tried to save the nigga? So she trying to save the nigga, and the cop tell her, nah, stop touching him. It's an active crime scene. Basically, he already dead to me. And the cop mind is he already dead. That's how he see it like. That's crazy.
Officer to let her provide assistance as OTF Nunu was still breathing and had a pulse.
Bro, this some gas right here I'm smoking on this shit. Good girl.
At the moment, she continued her account, stating that the Caucasian officer tried to tell the other officer to let her do what she can to save his life, but the African-American officer pushed back, stating that the woman cannot prove her credentials as a medical professional, so she cannot touch Nunu. 15 minutes later, she stated that OTF Nunu would stop breathing and his heart stopped beating as he said.
Bro, 15 minutes later, she definitely could have saved him if that's the case, bro. I got ashes all over my computer. Bro, she definitely could have saved him if that's the case, bro. 15 minutes later, like, yo, that they basically, them police need to be hit with a crime too, man. They had a part in that murder.
To his injuries. Soon, the place was swarming with cops, and the crime scene was yellow taped off. His cousin, Lil Durk, would arrive to meet his cousin lifeless in the vehicle and did what any human being who lost a loved one would do, break down due to the pain and uncontrollable grief.
How did you feel when you heard about the news?
The news reports would begin circling the internet and blogs, and many others like Young Chop felt the sorrow Lil Durk was feeling when they heard the news.
Like, I got a call talking about Nunu got shot. I'm like, stop playing with me, like, stop it. I just seen him, cause I was getting ready to do a show out in Chicago somewhere, in the suburbs somewhere. And I'm like, bro, stop playing with me. Somebody please stop playing with me. And they like, yeah, he got shot. And I was like, damn, I was just with bro. He was just finna just go crazy in the studio too. Hurting my feelings, bro. I cried and everything.
In Nunu's passing, it was reported that upwards of 10 people were shot within the next couple of hours, and many—
Damn, 10? I said 4. 10 people were shot within the next couple hours.
feared it was due to retaliation.
Since OTF Nunu was shot and on Saturday afternoon and midday at the mall, which was May 31st, after that happened, in the next 4 hours, there was a span of over 10 people shot in Chirac.
OTF Nunu was gone, but this left the mystery. Who was
10
responsible
people.
for taking the life of the promising artist? Many would speculate.
Bro, that Get Back gang is serious. They was really on their demon time back then, for real.
It was due to his association with Lil Durk and OTF, as the crew was in feud with other enemies. Rumors pointed to OTF Nunu's involvement in the rivalry, tweeting back and forth with foes like FBG Duck. He also proceeded to trade verbal shots with another foe by the name of Mubu Crump. OTF Nunu
Bro, I remember all this, bro. I literally remember all this. I was really watching these videos back then.
left the
Academics used to literally cover all of anything that happened back then, going back and forth with these Chicago niggas. He was covering it all.
conversation, promising he would hit up Mubu Crump. OTF Nunu was tangled up in the consequences of the lifestyle he lived and those around him. It finally caught up to him, and he was gone. While his loved ones were mourning his passing, it was the prime time for his rivals to throw salt in the wound. Two were leading the charge as the main ones taunting Nunu's passing. The first was Mubu Crump, who was also a rival of Lil Durk and his affiliates. Not only did he disrespect Nunu's passing, but he went as far as visiting the location and posting it to his Instagram account for all to see while he hurled disrespectful slurs at Nunu and everyone who cared about him.
Them left Newski. They left his right here. You feel me? They left his up here on folks and them tweaking.
He dead now,
Also got
though.
on video insinuating that OTF Nunu lost his life because he was voicing his opinion on business of the streets.
That's how Newski got, bro. Voicing his opinions on street shit.
You
The
dead
other
now, too,
rival
though.
was also friend
That same nigga who's saying that shit, I remember he died. He dead, too. I remember that shit.
Mubu Crump and holds the alias 051 Melly. Due to his fierce streak and number of persons he allegedly took the life of, he was given the nickname the Chicago Gravedigger. 051 Melly was ruthless and fearless in his dealings. His name apparently struck fear because it was known that if he has you marked, there's a high probability he would do his best to make that a reality. a sworn enemy of Lil Durk, 051 Melly always had time to use OTF Nunu's passing to his advantage to get under the skin of Durk. It was the talk on the streets that 051 Melly was the one responsible for OTF Nunu's hit, and songs like Lil Durk's Like That, featuring King Von, only aided in adding credibility to those rumors. On the track,
And 051 Melly, that's definitely a name that ring a lot of bells in Chicago, man. To my knowledge, yeah, he definitely one of them boys.
Durk raps the lyrics, "It's one op that we ain't blast. After him, it ain't no fun." Melly, upon hearing the song, showed no signs of fear. Instead, he posted online where he was driving and listening to the song, quoting the lyrics, and making light of the threat. This is what led to the speculation of Melly being the one Lil Durk was referencing on the track. Sadly, both Mubu Crump and 051 Melly would lose their lives to the gun at separate times. First, Mubu Crump was gunned down May 2018. 05 Melly would suffer several injuries on different occasions, but survived. That was until September 2019, when he was shot multiple times and lost his life at a house party. That's always how it goes in gang warfare. You might celebrate the passing of a rival, but it's only a matter of time before your clock expires as well, and they retaliate.
See, both of them was talking crazy on Nunu, and Get Back Gang, Get Back Gang got back. It's what it looked like. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's what it looked like.
OTF Nunu was on his way up. He had what it takes to make it big. It's sad that his cousin, Lil Durk, turned into a superstar, and one of the people he was pushing most to be successful in the industry with him is no longer present. To this day,
bro, Durk lost mad people in this war, bro. Durk lost mad people. King Von just the one that the world really pay attention to and know about. But really, it's mad people that was dead in Chicago way before Durk ever got this big on this major stage.
Wears this customized Newski chain in memory of the legacy of his fallen cousin. OTF Nunu wasn't just some street thug. He was college educated and always supported kids getting their education.
You said school, you went to college, man. I want a lot of motherfuckers out here to realize that, man. Go to school, ain't wrong going to school, nigga. I went to school. Real man. You can go to school and still do your dream. Real my nigga.
The messed up thing about it.
That's a fact. It's definitely nothing wrong going to school, dude. Just have a plan. Make sure you're going to school for a purpose, to know what you're about to do with that. You know what I mean? Or go do a trade. You know what I'm saying? Find a trade. You can start your own business. Well, work for a company for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Build your way up. Stack. You know what I mean? Start your own company. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do, man. It don't got to be negative. It can always be positive. It's always a better way. Jimmy Gang, I'm gone. I see y'all in the next one. R.I.P. OTF Nunu, man. Definitely. This brought back a lot of memories of the old, videos I used to watch when Act was covering this joint. It's crazy. Jimmy Gang, I'm gone, man. I see y'all in the next one.